Today I'm going to show you how to transform a simple stenciled image into something dimensional and eye-catching using a 3D embossing folder. All of the supplies I'm using today will be linked down below in the video description and over on my blog. Altenew has recently released a 3D embossing folder called Arched Foliage, which is beautiful to use on its own, but even more beautiful when you pair it with the previously released Craft Your Life Project Kit Arched Foliage. In this kit, you are getting the outline stamp plus all of those sentiments. There's also a coordinating die, a coordinating stencil, and then a separate embossing folder to add more dimension to the background. Today, I'm going to be pairing a lot of these previously released items with the brand new Arched Foliage 3D embossing folder. I'm going to start by inking up my image. So I die cut my image out of white cardstock and I'm placing it onto my 9 by 12 sticky mat and using the first layer of the stencil, lining that up over the image and then making sure that it is tacked down to my sticky mat. I'm going to be using the Sugarplums ink collection to color in the arched foliage. And I like to build up dimension using variations of color. So I'm starting with a light color. This is pale mauve, using a small blending brush and just kind of giving it a nice light wash of color. Then I'm going to bring in a mini blending brush and I jumped to grape agate, which is a step or two up from that pale mauve. And I'm starting closest to the stem or the branch. And then I'll slowly start building that color out towards the edge. But I do want to leave a highlight area to that. That's what's going to help give this a little dimension. Then I can come in with a micro blending brush and I jumped to plum. So this is the darkest color out of that collection. This is going to add even more depth. What the embossing folder is going to do is add a lot of texture and really bring the details of the leaves to the forefront. I'm removing that first layer of the stencil. I will bring in the next one, lining it up over the open areas that I have left to blend. And I'm going to go through and use those same colors that I did on the first layer, kind of building up that color with these variations of ink. And I chose this color palette specifically because of the fact it was so different. This would look beautiful in various shades of green, but I wanted something a little bit more out of the box and unique. I do want to point out that while the sticky mat is holding the outside of the stencil down really well, there are some areas in the stencil that are pretty delicate and you may need to hold down with your finger or tack down lightly with your glue runner. I finished up the ink blending and this is going to look gorgeous just on its own, but I really wanted to take it up that extra step by adding the 3D texture to it. So I'm going to first run it through my die cut machine to test out the sandwich that I need. So I do recommend that is just test out your machine first before you go to your final project. You can see the front and the back has beautiful texture in those leaves. Then I'm going to take my actual ink blended piece and I'm lining it up inside of that embossing folder. And I am going to hold that down inside of the folder with some satin masking tape because I don't want this to shift. And because of the way it is arched, it does like to try and move a little bit. So I do recommend taping that down inside. And then you can run that through your die cut machine with your specified sandwich. Once I do that, you can see how the 3D embossing folder really brought all of that texture to the forefront. Some of the edges do have a slight crease in them just because it is a really large foliage piece, but I knew I would end up trimming those off anyway. I like to add a bit of stability and dimension to my die cut pieces. So I die cut another one of the arched foliage out of some plain white cardstock. I added liquid glue and then placed my embossed piece on top. And I will take some heavy books and put that over the top and let that sit because of the embossing and the texture, it does take a little bit longer to adhere. For added interest, I have my metallic watercolors. So I started out with a kind of a bronzy color, and then I moved on to some of the white pearl. I did let this dry in between, which only takes a few minutes. I'm going to keep my card project fairly monochromatic. So I have a piece of white cardstock cut to 4¼ by 5½, and I'm using my large blending brush to apply some color. So I'm starting out where it's going to be mainly on the right hand side. I started out really light. This was actually, I think, maybe the grape or maybe the second color in the ink collection, and then just slowly went through and built that up. So the darkest color will be on the very outer edge, and then it'll kind of fade off as I get to the left-hand side. That is where I planned on putting my sentiment. I also brought this over to my splat box and I added those same splatters of metallic watercolor, kind of that bronzy color, and then also the white pearl. I'm using a sentiment from the Arched Foliage stamp set, and I'm going to stamp a thank you both in obsidian, and then I'm going to flip it and stamp it in the plum. So I was using that darkest shade out of that ink collection. I'm using my stamp wheel 2.0 to do this stamping so I can just flip my plate and stamp it on the other side of my cardstock. I will use the coordinating die from that Craft Your Life project kit to die cut out my sentiment. And I did decide to go with the sentiment that I stamped in plum. I just thought it tied everything together nicely in that monochromatic scheme. I added foam tape behind my arched foliage, and I'm placing that over the top of my ink blended panel. I will end up trimming off any of the excess leaves that are overhanging the edge. I also took the sentiment, added my foam tape behind that as well, and pop that up in that open area that I had left. And then that is going to finish up the card project. I, for one, love this unique color scheme and the monochromatic vibe that I was going for, and also how the arched foliage embossing folder can look wonderful on its own, but even better when paired with the coordinating stencil. I hope this has inspired you to give your stencils new life by pairing them with the coordinating 3D embossing folders.